Well, very good morning to you. Welcome to Lincolnshire. Cockney Kayaker here. It is Thursday, the 17th of August, and it looks like it's going to be a glorious morning. It's 6 o'clock, and today I'm off to Scotland to have a crack at climbing Ben Nevis. So I'm going to go and pick young Jack up. He's in Doncaster, which is about an hour from here, and then we're going to set straight off. So Jack wanted to do it. He's back to school shortly, so I promised that I would take him during his 6 weeks holidays, and that day has come. So I've booked a few days off work, and I'm just about to set off. So I'll catch up with you when we get to Doncaster. Morning, Jack.
Morning.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Feeling fit?
Not that much, because it's 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning, yeah. So should we see how long it's going to take us to get there? 342 mile, 6 hours 45 minutes.
Didn't get there at 2 o'clock.
So we get at 2 o'clock, but I expect it to be later than that, because I don't think I can drive for nearly 7 hours without a break.
Yep.
So let's crack on and see how far we can get. Right, so we made it to the campsite, Ben Nevis. We're staying at for the next couple of nights, and the plan is tomorrow morning we're going to get up. It's going to be a lovely day by all accounts, and we're going to crack on and climb Ben Nevis. And on that note, look at this.
Hi.
He's decided to climb a tree. If you fall, make sure you don't fall on anybody, because I might get sued. There's my little tent just there, little Vanga, long, whatever they're called. That's home for the next couple of nights, and I'll spin this camera around, and that's our view from as soon as I open the tent in the morning. That's what I'm looking at. Unbelievable. Yeah, so it looks a good campsite, this, nice and clean. Not as many people as I thought there were. I mean, there's enough, but I thought there'd be a lot more than there actually is. Having said that, I think the caravan section and the motorhome section is fully booked, but there's loads of spaces for sort of tenters. But yeah, it's really nice campsite. So in the morning we're going to drive, I think it's only a 5-minute drive or whatever, to the visitor centre, Ben Nevis visitor centre, and that's where we're going to start our walk. So really looking forward to it. So on that note, I think I'm just going to have a cup of coffee, chill out and watch the world go by, I think. Let me just spin this camera around. I don't know whether you'll be able to see because of the sun. Look at that. I think just over the back there is the River Glen. I was going to bring my kayak, but I think it's quite a fast flowing river and not ideal for Jack. I'm going to have a look at that in a bit. How's that for a view? Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and go and explore a little bit. Catch you soon. Oh. Split your backside.
Huh?
Split your tracksuit bottoms.
Oh, no, that's been there.
Oh, alright, you're alright then.
Okay.
Well done. Well, good morning. Friday morning. We've both slept really well.
Are you sure?
There he is, raring to go. Just eating his porridge.
Yeah. You were quite alright after day game.
I know.
Noisy around.
Anyway, we went to bed last night. Sorry, it's really windy here at the minute. We went to bed last night. We just went in to have a sort of lay down about 8:30, and we both zonked out and got up at 6:30 this morning. We're both knackered after yesterday's drive. And it's last night was the weirdest phenomenon I've ever witnessed, because it's dead calm. You're in your tent, it's dead calm, and all of a sudden it's like well, the winds are it's like unbelievable just how strong the winds are, and as quickly as they come they just disappear again. Very, very odd. And the same again this morning, dead calm, dead flat calm, and all of a sudden bang, it's like a hurricane. Very strange. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too windy as we climb this morning. The weather forecast from yesterday was really nice. I've not checked today, so I'm hoping that's still the case. There's a few clouds knocking around, but I think they're called cirrus clouds. They're the really 30,000 feet plus, you know, them really high clouds. Oh, there are a few lower ones over there actually, but I'm hoping when we get to the top, for all our effort, we're going to have a great view. So just going to finish my coffee, and I think all the backpacks are loaded and ready to go, and we've just got to well, Jack's got to finish his breakfast, and then we're going to have a poodle up to the visitor centre, and that's where it all begins. So,
That's not even Ben Nevis.
right, Jack, so this is where it starts, the very first step across this bridge.
Yes.
And Jack's task
Is to get
today is to find a haggis. And I said if we find a haggis, we're gonna probably have it for dinner tonight, aren't we?
no,
Eh?
no. It doesn't look like a demon.
Looks like a demon. Of course they don't look like a demon.
Yes, it does.
I mean, look at that view.
No one would jump in.
It's just deep enough that for a kayak. Stunning.
Might be able to find the kingfisher one there.
Kingfisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. There it is. There's a kingfisher. Look, see it? Unbelievable. Honestly, the wildlife, I've only walked about 20 paces and the wildlife is unbelievable. The amount of birds, the amount of bird song is incredible. Jack, I don't know whether Jack said we might see a kingfisher, and literally within 5 seconds one darted right in front of us. Unbelievable. So anyway, here we go. It's a day of sort of mixed feelings really, because I know it's going to be tough, especially for an old bugger like me. He'll probably be alright, he'd run up it, but for me it's a little bit apprehensive. I've spoken to a few people, and literally really young children have been doing this, sort of 5-6 years old, have been were at the summit yesterday. So yeah, that's one end of this spectrum and I'm at the other end, so I cannot tell you how beautiful the scenery is here. Let's just spin this around.
Look at the movie.
Unbelievable. And that's where we're heading, up there.
Get my 20 pounds.
Right. At the moment I'm feeling okay. How long that will last I don't know, but I'm determined to crack it. So we've got a lovely day. Hopefully at the summit it's going to be incredible views. We've been blessed by such a wonderful day. Right, let's crack on, mate. Let's get going. Clumsy. and there's our campsite just down there. Can't see the van. I can't see the van. So it's like these great big rocks. It's the start of the climb. Reasonably comfortable. I suppose if it was raining, it'd be quite slippery. But I'm bloody knackered already. Still, it'd be worth it. Well, we're about a third of the way up, and the wind, I don't know if you can hear it, it's absolutely howling. And there's a couple of areas we've just got past that proper treacherous, proper dangerous. I mean, if you lost your footing there, it's probably good night Vienna. Well, we've been walking for about 2 hours, although we've stopped occasionally. And I ain't gonna lie, this is proper tough. The wind is absolutely howling. And in some places it's rather quite dangerous. It just comes, you get these gusts that just come from nowhere. And they can take you off your feet quite easily. I'm not even sure you can hear me over the wind. I've never experienced anything like it. Unbelievable. But the views are to die for. Right, well, we've more or less got to the top, probably about another 15 minutes to go, and Jack just can't carry on. He's just had enough, he's broken. It's a bit disappointing, so let's come back at another time and complete it, but obviously I don't want to push him too far, too much, and put him off for life. So we're going to have to head back down. And I think you've done well to come up this far, to be fair. Like I say, we're only about 15 minutes from the top. I think one of the biggest problems being that we've had the wind in our face all the way here, which has made it, forgive me if my nose is running, it is absolutely freezing. We've had the wind in our face all the way here, and I've tried to encourage him up to the top, but it just ain't working, so we're just going to make our way down, get something to eat and go to bed. I'm not sure whether you can hear any of this, it's literally blowing hooly, but hopefully you got the gist of it. I'm going to try, we're above the clouds now, so I'll just spin the camera around. You can't really see a great deal. There he is. He's knackered. So when we get below the clouds, I'm going to try to get some nice footage of the scenery, because it is incredible. come on, that man. Stop lagging.
What?
Stop lagging. Well, I'll club you around the ear roll with this. I will. He's already been over 3 times. He's going for the record, I think. And every single time he's gone over, it's tickled me. I don't know why he wants to keep moving great big rocks. Yeah, brilliant. Well, my friends, we just got back to the campsite. We've been on the go since 8:15 this morning. It's now 18:40. I'm either too tired to work out how many hours that's been. I'm absolutely drained. Hiking and walking isn't really my thing. In the winter, me and my wife, we do some walking in North Lincolnshire, but it's dead flat, and we do some hill, cliff walking, in Cornwall, but nothing on this scale. This has been, my old man's up, the worst experience of my life. I've not enjoyed it at all. I've come to the conclusion that it's just as easy. Well, the pictures are just as nice, at the base of a mountain looking up, than they are being at the top looking down, so to speak. Not something that I would ever attempt to do again. The weather conditions have been horrendous, and I suppose where Jack had had enough at that point, I think I probably would have managed to get to the summit. I would have somehow got there. Another 15-20 minutes would have made a great deal of difference to the way I'm feeling. But coming down, it's just as, going up, it was my calves. Coming down, it was my my knees, and I had a couple of falls. One sort of bloody hurt, it did as well, on the knees, and embarrassing. But I don't feel that I need to come back and try to get to the summit. I just don't think it's really me. It's something that I've wanted to do for years and years, but the reality of it to me is don't quite match up to the desire to want to do it, so I'll just leave it at that. One good thing has been on as we was going up and people coming down, there's so many have fell on their arse, and if you've got this sixth sense of humour as I do, as long as someone's not really hurt themselves, I find it, tears streaming down my face. It was so funny, so that kept me entertained. I went over twice, Jack went over 14 or 15 times, but 9 years old, he bounces straight up and it's not a problem. But to me, massive problem. So coming down is easier, but by no stretch of the imagination is it easy. Yeah, so I'm glad I've done it and I've got it out of my system. Like I say, I'll not be coming back. I don't, the good thing about it is the amount of people that you meet from all over Europe, really, Americans, and really nice people, lots of encouragement going on. There's people that actually run up and down it. I can't believe it. I've just met a lad, he's only a young fella, he's doing the 3 peaks, and I just met him at 6:30 and he's on his way up. He reckons he's going to take 2.5 hours to get up and 1.5 hours to come down. He must be Superman as far as I'm concerned. because even when I was his age, and he'd probably be about 19, no way on God's earth could I do that. So total respect to him. Incredible. But actually there's a few people that were doing that. So anyway, that concludes this first part of this Scotland trip. I'm going to, if I can move, I'm stiffened up, but if I can move, I'm going to have a shower, get something to eat and go to bed. We're setting off in the morning. Part 2 of the Scotland trip will be a trip to Loch Lomond. It's basically on the way back. I pass it. I've just got to find where the visitor centre is and call in there. I mean, it's incredible what I see driving up. Yesterday was unbelievable. So I'm going to call in there and see if I can get some decent maps, this, that and the other, because I do plan on coming up with my boat some point in the not too distant future. So I'm just going to go and see what it's all about, where the moorings are and slipways and that sort of stuff. So on that note, I'm going to say good night to you all. I'm starving hungry, Jack's starving hungry, and we're both cream crackered. Well folks, a very good morning to you. This is Jack's third day here up in Scotland. We left Ben Nevis about an hour and a half ago, a couple of hours ago, something like that. And the plan was to stop off at Loch Lomond. But I have to say, we're just kind of passing the loch now. And well, a few things really. It's absolutely blistering it down with rain. It is falling down. It's gale force winds, and visibility is pants rubbish. So I can't see any real benefit of stopping off and trying to do some filming now. And basically I can't be bothered, so we're gonna head straight back to Lincolnshire. A little bit disappointed really, because I was looking forward to spending a few hours at the loch, but the weather's so miserable, really little point. So I think it'll have to wait to another time. What I would say is the water is proper choppy. It's like being at the coast. It's that choppy, but then it's really high winds. But when we drove here a few days ago, it was really good visibility. The weather was completely different, and Loch Lomond is a stunning place. Just from the road, it looks incredible. Unfortunately, just not able to explore it a little bit closer. But anyway, I'm going to call that a wrap, and it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from